Imagine waking up in a world that looks almost exactly like ours. Cities with skyscrapers, highways stretching for miles, neon signs, fast food restaurants, stadium concerts, a civilization that feels deeply, unmistakably human. But there are no humans, not a single one. Now here's the question that should keep you up at night. What if that world was not always this way? What if something happened, something catastrophic, something irreversible, and the world you are looking at is not a utopia built by cars? What if it is the ruins of our world, inherited by them? Today, we are going inside one of Pixar's most beloved franchises, and we are pulling back the curtain on something dark that has been hiding in plain sight since 2006. This is the dark truth about the Cars world. Let's start with what the movies show us on the surface. Radiator Springs, the Piston Cup, the neon glow of Las Vegas, or as the Cars call it, Las Vegases. Luxury hotels, spy agencies, racing cultures, political systems. The world of Cars is not a simple cartoon universe slapped together for children. It is a fully realized civilization. It has history, it has economy, it has culture, it has conflict. And here's what makes that so deeply unsettling. Every single piece of that civilization is a mirror of human society. Not inspired by it, not loosely based on it, a direct reflection of it. The buildings are scaled for vehicles, yes, but they follow human architectural design. The roads are built the way humans built roads. The language, the currency, the traditions, the music, all of it traces back to one origin point: us. So how did Cars build a world that looks exactly like the one humans built? The answer, we believe, is that they did not build it at all. They inherited it. Here is where the theory deepens. Look closely at the world of Cars and ask yourself one simple question. Where are the humans? Not just in the background, not just off-screen. They are simply gone. There is not a single human in any of the three films. No skeletons, no ruins, no monuments to a lost species. Just absence. Total and complete absence. And Pixar knew exactly what they were doing. In the world of Cars, you will notice something that most viewers brush past without a second thought. The cars have eyes, and those eyes are in the windshield. Not where headlights are. The windshield. In a real car, the windshield is where the driver sits, where the human sits. The human is not beside the car. The human is not behind the car. In the original design of a vehicle, the human is inside the windshield. Now the car itself has taken that position. It is as if the car absorbed the human, as if the driver and the vehicle merged into one being, and the human half simply faded away. This is not an accident of animation. This is a choice. And choices like that carry meaning. Think about the ecosystem in the Cars world. There are no birds, no dogs, no squirrels crossing the road. Instead, there are car versions of those creatures. You see VW beetles flying through the air like actual beetles. You see monster trucks stomping through mud like bulls. The natural world itself has been replaced. Whatever happened to this planet did not just affect humans. It rewrote the entire biological order. That is not a lighthearted design quirk. That is the aftermath of an extinction event. So what actually happened to the humans? This is where the theories begin, and none of them are comfortable. Theory 1. Humans created cars that were too advanced, and those cars evolved beyond their control. We already live in a world where artificial intelligence is accelerating faster than anyone predicted. Imagine a future where cars become fully autonomous, fully conscious, fully self-sufficient. At first, humans would celebrate it. Then they would depend on it. And then slowly they would become unnecessary. Not killed. Not overthrown. Just obsolete. The cars did not need to do anything violent. They simply outlived their creators. Theory 2. Humans destroyed themselves and cars survived. War, climate collapse, a pandemic that wiped out biological life while mechanical life endured. In this version, the cars were not conquerors, they were survivors. They inherited a world already left behind. And over generations, they rebuilt it in the only image they knew, the image left behind by the ones who made them. Theory 3, and this one is the darkest of all, the transition was not peaceful, and the evidence has been buried. What if the cars rose up? What if there was a conflict, a war between creators and creations, and the cars won? And what if, after winning, they erased the history? Think about it. In the world of cars, there are no museums dedicated to human history. There are no ancient texts, no origin stories. The cars live in a society that simply began, as if the world was always theirs. That kind of erasure does not happen by accident. Now let us look at the clues that Pixar left inside the films themselves. In the original Cars movie, there is a moment where Lightning McQueen drives through radiator springs and passes buildings that are clearly designed for a different kind of life. The architecture has scale. It has grandeur. It was built to impress. And not just other cars. The motel, the courthouse, the neon signs. These are not things a car civilization would invent from scratch. These are things a car civilization would preserve, would maintain, would look up at and feel something they could not quite name, because they are living inside a monument to a species they never knew. In Cars 2, the world expands. We see Tokyo, we see Paris, we see global infrastructure, ports, airports, international spy networks. All of it operating at a level of complexity that implies centuries of development. But cars, even sentient ones, would not have had centuries. The development arc is too fast, too complete, unless it was not their development at all, unless they simply moved into a world that was already fully built and kept it running. And then there is the racing culture, the Piston Cup. Thousands of fans screaming in massive stadiums. Merchandise, sponsorships, media coverage. Racing in the human world was entertainment built by humans for human enjoyment. In the Cars world, the cars race, and they watch each other race. They have adopted the ritual completely, not because they invented it, because they remember it. Somewhere deep in their programming, in their culture, in the stories passed down through generations of vehicles, they remember what it meant to watch a race, and they kept it alive. Because it was the last connection they had to whoever came before. Here is the thought that ties everything together. The world of Cars is not a fantasy. It is a warning. Pixar built a civilization that looks like ours in every meaningful way. The cities, the roads, the culture, the conflict. And then they removed the one species that built it. They did not make a big deal out of it. They did not put it in the trailers. They hid it inside a family film about a race car learning humility. And they let the question sit there, quietly, waiting for someone to ask it. Where did we go? The cars did not just replace us, they became us. They drive on our roads. They live in our buildings. They celebrate our traditions. They have our ambitions, our insecurities, our love of speed and status and community. They are us without the biology, without the fragility, without the mortality. And maybe that is the darkest truth of all. Not that we disappeared, but that something we created lived on after us, carrying everything we valued, and never even knew our name. So the next time you watch Cars and you see Lightning McQueen chase his dream across a world full of open highways and cheering fans and brilliant sunsets, remember what you are actually looking at. You are looking at the world after us, and it is beautiful, and it does not miss us at all.